Install laminate flooring at your house. Coming up next on the At Home channel at Buildipedia.com. Laminate flooring has become a really popular choice due to the fact that it's durable, economical, and it's easy to install. Hi there, I'm Jeff Wilson, and today we are going to show you how to install laminate flooring. One of the great things about today's laminate flooring is it doesn't require glue or fasteners to install. It just clicks together and floats above the subfloor. Luckily, we've got a pro here to help us today, Andy from the Flooring Studio. Thanks for stopping by.
Pleasure to be here.
Giving us your professional tips. What kind of flooring are we installing today?
Today we'll be installing a self-locking laminate.
Oh, okay, and this is pretty floor. It's looks like a dark mahogany color, and it's got some sort of rustic marks on it.
Yes.
Okay, it's pretty. And you know, as far as our subfloor goes, is there anything special we have to think about here?
Just check the levelness.
Okay.
All manufacturers are going to require the floor to be pretty level.
Okay.
And just make sure that it's clean.
Okay, and it can go over, most laminates can go over most subfloors?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, just check the manufacturer's directions, I
always.
suppose. Okay. What kind of tools do we need for the installation?
Tools, you're going to need a pull bar, some tapping blocks, you'll need spacers.
Okay.
Also a hammer or a small broom just to keep any debris out of the way as you're working.
Okay.
And
Some cutting tools, I
just
suppose?
some regular cutting tools, a table saw,
Great.
chop saw.
Okay. I noticed that the quarter round, we've already taken that out, the shoe mold from around the room, so we're ready to get to the install. But what is our first step then?
First step is we're roll out the pad.
Okay, well let's do that.
Okay.
We fit the padding along the wall as we roll it out. We'll notch the padding around any outlets and be sure to cut out for the floor vents. Okay, so on the second row of this, we butt it up here, and then there's an adhesive here, so we just pull that tab off?
Right, yeah. And as that comes off, this will help secure the vapor barrier.
Gotcha.
And bring the two pieces together.
With the padding down, we start laying out the first row of flooring. Andy starts with a full piece in the corner and marks the areas to cut for the floor vents and appliance outlets. The laminate can be cut with just about any power saw. A table saw and a jigsaw will cover the majority of cuts we need to make. All right, Andy, so there's an awful lot of cutting here. Not everybody's going to have that on their first course, but now we're ready to get some of these pieces installed. And I guess we should say that every manufacturer has a slightly different installation, so definitely check the directions before you get started. As we install, we're going to have some spacers, right?
Right, yep. We're using that to keep you about a 1/4 inch off the wall.
Okay.
Put one in the end too.
Okay. And that keeps that gap all the way
Right.
around then.
There you go. That's your first.
And it just, so it's a 45-degree angle and you're going to lay it down.
And kind of lay it down just on your first rows though.
And we want to get, what, 2 or 3 rows in, and then it's going to
It'll start beef it up and it'll start straightening back. Yeah, it'll start to hold together. So don't be alarmed when the first row, if it's still
Moves
kind
a
of
little
moving
bit.
a little bit,
Yeah.
it'll be okay. It's
Okay.
supposed to do that.
Let's keep at it here. Now, as far as gaps go for your butt joints, what do we need to do?
Each product is different. This particular product, you can be 6 to 8 inches on your end
Okay.
joints, but no closer.
Right.
And that's just for the strength and rigidity of the end, so it
Okay.
doesn't separate or anything.
Good deal. Well, I noticed you got several different boxes that you're pulling from
Yes.
all at once. Why is that?
Yeah, we do that just for color matching. If you just pull from one box, if it's one different shade, it just gives you a better mix.
Right, because you're
for the
mixing
end
different
product.
boxes across the
Right,
board.
yeah, so you get a more general flow through it.
And how do these click together?
Easiest way to do it is once you get it together, you're going to want to take your next piece and kind of get it in the groove of the piece you're going to snap into and kind of slide it back and forth.
So you're holding
Make
it
sure-
like a 45-degree
Yeah,
angle?
about a 45-degree angle. Once you get close, you've got this end down here, which is where the tongue goes in.
Mm-hmm.
You just want to get that pretty close to the end of the other board.
And you use the block so you're not going to damage that piece.
Right, yeah. You want to be up on the edge. You necessarily don't want to tap the card, the lighter, but you want to actually hit the finished edge. And just start giving it a
Once the first few rows are locked together, we really start making progress. To start each row, we use the staggered starter pieces with a spacer against the wall. Then it's lift, lock, and tap several full pieces into place. It doesn't take long to work our way to the other side of the room. To finish each row, we cut the end pieces so we have the same 1/4 inch gap against the wall. To install the end pieces, we lift and lock them into the previous row. But here, we need to use a pry bar or a tapping bar to slide and lock the ends of the boards together. Okay, Andy, so run us through how we're going to get this stair nosing in here at the top of the stairs. It looks like what we want to do is make sure that the flooring runs all the way up to the point where it would go into this groove, right?
Right. Yeah, this is for the expansion. This will sit on top of your laminate.
Okay.
And you just want to go under about a 1/4 inch or so because you still want to leave some expansion. Right. And then what we do is we'll run a nice bead of liquid adhesive right there. And then we'll face nail a few pins down there, and once that glue sets up, it'll
be good. Okay,
yep,
great.
Good and sturdy.
All right, let's get this last piece in there.
Yep.
At the doorways, we use a jam saw to trim the bottom of the door casing. A scrap piece of flooring sets the proper height. A chisel helps to remove any leftover pieces. Then we can slip the final piece under and lock it into place. All right, Andy, so we're coming to the transition between our laminate flooring and the carpeting here. What are we gonna do?
The transition that we're using, they come in, they're called 4-in-1s. You can make 4 different items out of one thing.
Okay.
Just the way that they snap into the metal track.
Okay, so you put a metal track down and
Right.
then you lay your flooring right up next to it, and then you can run the piece of transition right into there.
Right
Okay,
into there, and that'll, it
covers up each side.
each side, and it gives you a nice finished edge.
Great, okay. So what are we going to do then? How are we going to put it in?
Okay, now today, because the laminate's a little bit thicker, we're going to need to put a shim underneath this to build this up.
Gotcha.
You want about the top of this rail to be about even with this.
I see.
You just want to make this square with the edge. So we'll just, measure over 3.5 inches, make sure. And then we're going to screw that track right down in there, and then we'll finish the floor, and then we'll put the transition on.
Sounds good, let's do it.
Okay.
Andy taps the transition strip into the rail and tucks the carpet under. Our last step is to reinstall the shoe molding to cover the expansion gaps along the baseboard. All that's left is to move the appliances and furniture back into the finished room. Well, Andy, this floor looks great. It went together pretty quickly.
Yes, very good.
Now that it's in, how are we going to maintain it?
Very, very lightly damp mopping with a laminate floor cleaner. Vacuum or sweep every now and then. Vinegar, water, 50-50 solution will cut any residue or buildup. Take it back to its original shine or whatever, and just remember, very, very lightly damp mop.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for all your help.
No problem. Thank
Great
you.
job. Well, that's all there is to it. Installing laminate flooring is a job that you could do at your house. I'm Jeff Wilson. Thanks for stopping by, and come back often for more how-to tips and tricks on the at-home channel at Buildipedia.com. This looks great.